What is it like to write a doctoral dissertation? As Earl Bennett said, it's kind of like being a Chicago Bears veteran at the end of August. There aren't many people in this world who can make that kind of connection, but intersectionality is what Bennett is all about these days. Bennett can say he made it through 6 training camps in Bourbonnais, Ill, and 1 successfully defended dissertation at the University of Houston. Who else can say they've pulled off that combination? The wide receiver, who spent his entire 6-year NFL career with the Bears, earned his doctorate in philosophy from the Higher Education Leadership and Policy Studies Department at the university in December, with a dissertation titled, Advancing Diversity, Equity and Inclusion in University Athletic Departments. Dissertation mode to me was like the 3rd week of training camp, he said in a recent phone conversation. You don't want to be there. It's hot. Your body's fatigued. You hate every play call. You hate being in Bourbonnais. You hate getting in the car trying to go find a restaurant. And somehow, you find a way to persevere through it all. In recent years, you've had John Urschel, Myron Rolle and Laurent Duvernay-Tardif as examples of NFL players with doctorates or MDs. Scores of NFL players go back to school when their playing careers are over to finish their undergraduate degrees, but how many keep going, as Bennett did, especially when they have money, a family, business investments and a full-time job? That's what Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee wanted to know while hiring Bennett, now the executive director of player development and administration at Vanderbilt, to work at his alma mater before the 2021 season. Lee goes, so for the past 2 years, you've been doing your job at a high level, you also managed to stay married, and your kids are thriving. But then also, you finished this Ph.D. program, Bennett said. He was just like, how? For those 2 years, during the work week, Bennett said he would get into the football offices at 6 a.m. and write for 2 hours. He then would put his dissertation out of his mind to do his job working with Vanderbilt football players in the athletic department. When he got home, he went into family mode with his wife, Rakeshia, his son, Earl Jr., and his daughter, Skyla. Any successful professional athlete has to be able to compartmentalize. Bennett just hasn't stopped. Many struggle with work-life balance. He seems to have figured something out. There was no way that once I got into that program, I wasn't going to finish it, he said. That just wasn't an option for me. Sure, he added Ph.D. to his social media profile, but just in case you think he's getting a big head, Bennett said his children keep him level-headed. It's just like, oh, so you're a doctor now, you're big time, Dad, he said with a laugh. His colleagues at Vanderbilt have had some fun, as well, putting "Doctor" on his office nameplate. Bennett is an official SEC legend and is still second all-time in the conference with 236 receptions, behind former Vanderbilt receiver, current San Francisco 49ers tight end Jordan Matthews and ahead of former Alabama and current Philadelphia Eagles wideout Devonta Smith. But these days, he's more comfortable getting a young receiver an internship with Google than he is watching video with him. Bennett, who does watch a little footage with players, works with the football staff in recruiting, and he focuses a lot of time on volunteering with the team and helping players adjust to an academically rigorous university. I do most of the programming for our football players, he said. That's mentorship. That's internships. That's community service. That's NIL, which is a monster in itself. That's parent relations. It never ends, but it's also a lot of fun.